I think you figured it out.
I hope I figured it out.
I think so. That was a trip.
Hi, everybody. We're Sara and Jay from Meadow Lighthouse. Hopefully you guys can see us. As you know, we're not tech savvy at all.
I don't think it's on. I don't know.
It's not on? Well, let's see. No, we should be live now. Yes, I think we're live.
We are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you go ahead to the, well,
all right.
We'll get to the comments in a moment. So if you will just excuse us for being.
That was weird, right? Trying to navigate through this computer matrix stuff. I think I have to shut this off because it's.
You did shut off your volume, yes.
All right.
And then we'll get our questions from that.
We can read your cards, but we can't quite figure out how to do these other things.
So welcome. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. The energy is really good today. It's a waxing quarter moon in Cancer.
Yeah.
Yes, and so it's a great day for intuition, psychic work. So it's a great day to get readings. And it feels balanced too. With all those planets that are in alignment, I think it's Jupiter, Mars, Mercury, Uranus, and Venus. You know, we're not astrologers, but you know, we feel the energy of the day, and it's just pretty balanced, I feel.
Yeah, it's definitely creating a nice overlay of like positive and negative coming into an even keel. And for those that have been like struggling in relationships or emotional lessons, this will heighten the intuition part of self and balance the emotional part of self, allowing for lots of insights to be had.
Well, if for those of you who have, you know, planets in Cancer or your sun in Cancer, you know that, you know, you tend towards emotion, a lot of emotions with Cancer. And a lot of times when the moon is in Cancer, you're overly emotional and, you know, easily, you know, have difficulty in relationships. But in this particular day or this configuration is much more balanced.
Yeah. And
I think it really heightens the maternal aspect of Cancer. It's also a very loving sign, and it enhances your empathy. So if you've been struggling in relationships, like Jason said, it should be really good for communication. And if you have any relationships that are tenuous right now and you're not sure how to communicate, take a chance today. I think that you should have more leverage with, you know, someone who's maybe been difficult or you've had a lot of arguments with in the past, family members.
And also on a macro level, on a big worldly level, this configuration can help temper almost that frequency that's out of balance. That's, you know, you see evidence of this or that. So it should quiet things on a big level and on a medium level and on an interpersonal level. So
yeah, and I know that you know, the weather is, or the energy is like the weather. You know, you go through these waves and cycles, and sometimes it's very oppressive. But I feel today has a lot of clarity.
Yeah.
In the air today.
And that will help us with the readings.
Yes, it will.
And things like that.
It sure will. And the tarot card that we drew today is the Two of Cups, which, as I said, it's wonderful for communication. You should find what you say, you know, what you mean is what you say, and it'll be translated in that way too.
And it's also a good frequency and card for those that have been having problems in communication or having difficulties with their emotions. That card would be aligned with the Cancerian waxing attributes with that planetary alignment, which creates positive balance. So it's actually good if there's people that you haven't been connecting with. Maybe today is the day you need to put a good foot forward, extend an olive branch. This is a perfect day for forgiveness and healing, and you know, taking the bigger step.
And with the Two of Cups too, it might be a great day, well, for other types of communication too. So partnership, in business,
and romance even.
romance. Yeah.
And attributes of healing. That Two of Cups always has that healing element in it. So it's positive.
And good for the love vibration.
Yeah.
And as far as stones go, I'm wearing aquamarine, which is great for communication and communicating from your heart. Right?
Right. I'm just laughing because
Why?
I'm not wearing any. I probably need some, but
that's okay.
But it's really
so I mean, you
funny.
know, any stone that, you know, pink tourmaline, rose quartz, fluorite that are good for the heart, but also grounding stones too, because sometimes in these with the water signs, when the moon is in a water sign, you want to be more anchored to the earth. Yeah,
if these other planets weren't aligned, the energy might be a little different. It would maybe be out of balance with the emotions. So this is helping.
And when choosing clothing colors, you know, celestial colors are really good, or water, you know, colors that suggest water, black, royal purple, royal blue.
Yeah.
Is that about right?
That's about right.
That's about right.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys are doing well. It's so good that we have people with us today with questions. I love it. If you were with us the last time we were on YouTube, it was a little wonky.
Yeah, it's
and it was
always
a little wonky before we started today. So we're streaming from my computer as opposed to my phone. We just couldn't get it going. Yeah. So hence we were a little bit flustered when we started. So hopefully we have our act together now.
Well, it's always a strange trip, but we do the best we can. It's fun.
So let's say hello. Hi, Jennifer, Cheryl. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Elizabeth.
And I said hi to you earlier, Sarah and Simply. Okay, so.
Hey, Lisa.
How are you feeling about reading today?
I feel really, really good. I feel like a lot of clarity and things will be revealed quite easily with this frequency. It's a really, good energy out there today.
Okay, that's good to hear. So I'll get to your questions shortly. I do have a couple of questions that came to us earlier today. And the first one is Pete. He's looking for a health reading.
Okay. Hi, Pete. If you're watching.
This one just kind of popped out.
Oh, that's good. This card popped out here, 9 of coins, which is wonderful.
I like seeing that card.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
Here you go.
Oh, boy. This is like a test. And so where do we start? This card is the first card, and the 9 of coins traditionally means wealth, right? But the coins also transfer to health. So right away, you're coming out with, out the gate, Pete, with positive support around you. And that doesn't mean he feels well, because this card is upside down. The cup talks about his heart and his mind, generally giving and loving, but right now he's weak and he's feeling loss of hope. What's next to him because of that reason, the loss of hope, he has the Sun card, and then the Devil reverses, which is interesting too, because that means, you know, God, the universe, the life, love is with him. And the lessons that he's been going through are going to be blocked in a way. The Sun comes out, pushes the Devil down. And the final card is the Queen of Cups, which is possibly him thinking a lot about, a female. But that's besides the point. What this basically says is, unbeknownst to him, God is with him, and there is absolutely, his destiny is to have really good health. But this is tough.
Because he doesn't feel like it.
No, loss of hope.
I am almost getting that sense too, the loss of hope, and it's really, really difficult.
Very hard.
And it's hard to communicate that with a person too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad he asked for a reading, so that's that much hope.
That is good, a good sign.
Still,
yeah.
Great reading though. Having the Sun card in your reading, especially when it comes to matters of the heart or your health, is just like it trumps all the situations that you might be going through. That just
Absolutely.
means God is with you.
That's
but of course, God is with all of us. So we have to keep that in mind.
We do. We do.
Or feeling alone.
We do. And that's like God stepping up to the equation, knowing that someone is losing hope, but their destiny outweighs the circumstance of the devil card, of the lessons, of the problematic things. So he's really blessed. And his lesson with cards like that, with his card reverse, will be about faith.
I think that's a good lesson for all of us.
Yeah.
Too. Check back in with us again, Pete. I know you will. All right, Sarah. All is well with us. I hope it's well with you too. So Sarah is asking for a reading regarding work and finances. Will they improve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Work and
Are things going to get better money-wise? Yeah. Okay.
You know, it's interesting about the money, you know, how frequency and vibration affects all things, and even down to me and you or every person. So those, meaning this, when we see evidence in the world of war and money being shifted around to propagate wars and things, that frequency affects us all. So some people that were very comfortable a year ago or two might not feel that security anymore, even if their money hasn't changed. The frequency does affect people's immediate finances. So we're going to see more people asking about money, you know, until we can shift out of this paradigm. And so she's asking about money, and she's asking about. I'm sorry that I'm missing.
That's okay.
Kind of digressed there.
Reading on her finances, as in, are things going to get better at work money-wise?
Well, you know, let's take a look at this. I mean, the Seven of Cups is reversed. That's the first card, which is wonderful because it means your mindset, at least with your vision, is, you know, singular. It's not all over the place. So you are focused on getting things better. The Seven of Coins is reversed, which means, you know, the things haven't sprouted yet. So we haven't seen the evidence yet with those two sevens. It's the right direction, but the seven's reversed, which is slow to come, slow to move. Then the Ace of Cups is reversed, which is kind of like, again, not seeing the improvement that we're looking for. But you do have the Ten of Cups, which means, on a side note, that you are going to see some improvements, but that's more over in the emotional sector with family and loved ones. So that energy is coming up. And the two is, you know, on some levels, there's, you know, some increase, but but a two is a two, which means any increasement you see right now is met with output. So it's like, at the end of the day, it's going to take a little bit to see the turnaround that I'd like to see with the money, but the energy is good at the same time, and it's something. The shifting is over towards family and positive things over there. But you do go from a seven reverse to a two, which is an increase, but it's just not. I don't know if that means the cost of living or whatever's going on. The increase, you don't feel it the way you might want to. There's still some output going on financially.
So can we give her an idea of a time?
Yeah, let's pull a few more cards.
I'm getting the Queen of Swords. It's hard to see.
Well, let's put these back. Let's just bear with us a minute. Sometimes we need to pull a few more cards. So let's there we go. So, okay. So sometimes it takes a little bit to get the time sequence right. So when do you see the increase? So the answer is, ultimately, you end with the Nine of Coins, which is financial increasement, and to your liking, I may add. But prior to that, there's a lot of bewilderment cards, and which is meaning unknowing. And the Four of Cups is you waiting patiently for the increasement. So the four is a four. So we're looking at a numeral number of 4, which is 4 weeks, 4 months, somewhere in that category after the 4 hits. So you're either going to see an increasement after 4 weeks, and if you don't, after the 4th month, you do. But when you do, you get the 9, which is wonderful. So I'm glad we pulled a few more cards to make sense.
It felt too open-ended.
Yeah, of the clarity.
Hopefully that was helpful to you, Sarah. All right, so Simply Sugar is looking for a reading about her birthday month, which is the month of April coming up.
Oh, okay,
So,
good.
happy birthday.
Yeah.
3 of my siblings were born in April.
Wow.
Wow, it's spring, new beginnings, giving birth, you know. I love spring. And here we go. Here you are.
All right, let's take a look. The first card is the 10 of Coins, Magician reversed, 3 of Coins reversed, Death card, 7 of Wands reversed. We're also going to pull a couple of more because this is open-ended, but we will start the reading here. And I guess the 4 is good to end it, or
let's end it there.
We'll end it on the 4. So the 10 of Cups, so 10 of Coins.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a time period. 10 of Coins, Magician reversed. So your birthday month, it starts off with positive energy coming towards you. But when the Magician's reversed, sometimes you don't see it, sometimes you don't feel it, sometimes, so the month of April is a month to really fine-tune you. The Magician reverse says, look at your creativity, look at the aspects of you spiritually, and focus on balancing things. Why? Because the Death card is in the mix with the 7 of Wands reverse, but then the 4 of Wands, it ends in the 4 of Wands. So what this basically is saying, because you categorized it as a month, it probably will fit in your timeline. So by the end of the month, you come into the 4 of Wands, which is all things coming together. But during the month of April, the metaphysical forces that are around you are aware of what's not working in your life, or aware that's what's too much. So on some levels, she's got the 10 of Coins, which is helps on the way and support. And in other levels, with the Death card, that comes in to help change circumstances that are, it might even be that your awareness comes out to identify what doesn't work so that you can modify. This is about modifying and changing, lightening the load. Going from a 7 to a 4 is wonderful, which means you're headed for harmony and balance and all things coming together. There's just a little bit too much that you're on your plate. And sometimes with the 3s reversed, it means I'm not being seen and heard for my talents and abilities, although I work very hard. And the Death card says, yes, we agree. And it's because maybe there's 3 things. If you go from here, let's look at this. If you go from a 7 reverse to a 4 upright, that means there's 3 extra wands on your table that need to be removed so that you could be experiencing all the wonderful things that you're entitled to. I just think that you've got a lot of extra. Maybe there's 30% more on your plate that isn't yours to deal with, like other people's stuff or things that are not helping you.
So in short, expect positive change this month.
Absolutely.
Right? Even though it might look a certain way when you first see it, but having this reading, you'll know that it really is to help you.
100%. Yeah. And to get to the positive, it's with those cards, it's metaphysically highlighting the things that are what you're doing too much of, what you don't have to do. Maybe there's, again, a little extra on her shoulders. Mm-hmm. I hope that makes sense. It's a little bit.
It's good.
It's good.
Check back in with us.
Yeah.
And happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I hope it's a great month. All right. Nicole is next. You ready, Jay?
Yeah.
Okay, this
Nicole.
just popped out, although it was in that last. So Nicole is She wants to be at a certain place, but she says there's so many obstacles, and is hoping that she can get guidance how to overcome the obstacles.
And that's and this was in our last reading, and it comes out the first card, the Seven of Wands reversed. So you're absolutely right.
This one, not those.
Oh, okay, this one here.
Yep.
Okay, but then you go into the Emperor.
These are just popping out.
Okay, so this is talking about the leveraging here. Let me try to understand this. So you go from the Seven of Wands reversed, which is that feeling like, you know, everything I'm doing, it's not working. The Seven of Wands reversed is we've got to make some changes. But then you come into the Emperor card, which means that and that's a metaphysical card that induces the physical realm, usually in the form of a person, which means there's going to be a support individual that's going to help leverage with you, that's going to offer some kind of assistance. They might show up as a King of Swords, but the Emperor is the metaphysical part, which is the spirit saying, okay, she needs a little bit of assistance here. And the Five of Swords reverses, which is great because all that confusion and worry now quiets itself. Noise. Yeah. And then you get the Ten of Coins, which means an inheritance, which means you know, once it basically translates to the obstacles that are today shall be met with frequency of balance and opportunity.
And it really speaks to this Emperor card too, because usually it's a person with a lot of money, but mostly a lot of power and influence, and maybe even a father figure to you too, that can help you through these rough times.
Yeah, be on the lookout for some help on the way type thing. And there is money here too. There is, on a side note, you know, some of these obstacles that you're facing are going to be dealt with, and will lead to something coming in.
Yes, for sure. I love ending on this, the Ten of Coins.
Yeah, it'll help your family.
It's really, really good, Nicole. All right. So Cheryl is next. Hi, Cheryl. It's been a while. So Cheryl is asking about her son's health.
Okay.
I know he has a health condition, but she just says she's just looking for guidance on his health.
Okay. Let's take a look.
How's that grandson of yours, Cheryl? Beautiful little boy. All right.
What do we got here?
One more.
One more?
Yeah.
Okay. Some of these cards are interesting because you have, well, okay, so the Two of Swords is the first card. And then you have the Moon and
Six of Swords, Judgment reversed, and the Six of Coins.
You know, it's a really weird read in the sense of identifying health or looking at a health, we'll call situation. I don't want to call problem because it doesn't read cards that are a problem, so to speak. But and the Moon card is more of like sometimes we can feel more not well, and it's the Moon card would be affecting your psychic ability, your emotional body, your physical body, your spiritual body. The Moon is in between the Two of Swords and the Six of Swords. So there is some kind of energetic frequencies going on that can be translated to feeling not well. And the Judgment card's reversed, which is sometimes elusive. It's like I don't see exactly, I can't label this as this, that, or the other. But the ending card is the Six of Coins, which is solutions, which is, you know, whatever seems like the issue. And it's hard to say exactly what it is because the Moon can affect, you know, the three bodies, physically, emotionally, and mentally. And Judgment sometimes, again, I don't see it coming to resolve. But then you have the Six of Coins, which means it does. So I anticipate some solutions to anything that's considered an issue. But with the Moon card, it's really means work on the mental body and be positive in the mental body, because sometimes I think that the child's mind is strong and might have an effect on some of the physical body. But this is not about sickness. These cards are not about, these are not bad cards in the sense of sickness or ill health, but it's stuff.
But it's just challenging.
It's challenging,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I hope that makes sense. It's hard to diagnose exactly what that would be.
Well, it just feels chronic.
Yeah. The Moon card is definitely metaphysical. So there's some metaphysical component, which is a hit, meaning hidden, meaning we don't know exactly what it is. We think it's an allergy. We think it's this. We think it's that. But it's kind of like.
So the Six of Coins coming in, does that give any indication of a time or a?
Sure, the two, and there was a
two.
2 and a Six of Swords and a 6. So 12, 13, 14, 5. So, you can rest anywhere from a 2 to a 6. So anytime over 2 weeks to 6 months, really, is solutions to be rendered. No longer than a 6, but that could be 6 weeks. It doesn't have to be months. It's not long suffering. But
with that Two of Swords at the beginning too, that kind of, makes me think a lot of that might come from within him, to spend time in meditation and visualizing and really, like Jason said, to keep his thoughts positive. Because we do manifest a lot of our health conditions ourselves with our, not to say that's what he's doing, but, we can really help or hurt ourselves with our thoughts.
Yeah.
But
and it reveals a strong mind.
Yeah. We wish him the best. That's for sure. Thank you for your question. Do you need to have a drink?
Well,
oh, you spilled
I spilled my one drink.
Yes.
So, but I'll take a sip of this here.
Okay.
All right.
You up for another question?
Yeah.
All right. So we have Jennifer looking for guidance on finances.
All right, Jennifer. Take a look at money.
That Moon card again. Next
with
to the sun. So it starts with Justice reversed, going into the Sun and the Moon. It's got some polarity here. The Eight of Swords reversed, which is always good, and the Eight of Wands reversed.
That's a really good reading. I mean, the Justice reverse means, first of all, it's like when justice is reversed, it means you're kind of owed, right? Sometimes we're owed from the universe, so to speak. I don't know how else to explain it. But because of your justice reverse, it just means in your financial life, you're coming up short metaphysically, meaning the angels are saying, well, she needs to be blessed. Now you have the Sun and the Moon, which is wonderful. These are all metaphysical cards. So the angels must be talking about you and aligning forces metaphysically so that you have the advantage for financial abundance. And the Sun and the Moon is wonderful because it's such a good balance that it's like you can clearly see the paths laid in front of you. And what happens with it is the 2 eights pop up, the Eight of Swords reverses and the Eight of Wands reverses, which is still good in this case. Because once the money comes and the balance takes place, you no longer, it's like, this is all about karma. All this has to do with any blessing that comes to you is because you earned it. It's because there's an injustice going on metaphysically, and you're about to be blessed. I don't know how else to kind of explain that. The 8 reverses, which is anything that you're considering to be stuck or not moving or challenging or not knowing, becomes unstuck, moves, again, forward motion. But the 8 reverses, which also means, keep things to yourself. That's like, some people might, I don't know who they are, but maybe there's somebody that would be envious of these cards or jealous and things. So you want to like keep things to yourself as your blessings come in. You don't want to vocalize them to everyone in the world. And the 8 of Wands is reversed, which also means go inward. It's not about, this blessing isn't for you to, it's more about going inward and really looking at what you need for yourself.
Interesting. I look forward to hearing what that's all about, Jennifer. I hope you check back in with us. Cheryl had made a couple of comments which we didn't see while you were doing reading for her son about, we thought it was a chronic condition, but he has cancer in a testicle and something wrong with his heart. So there's more going on than we thought. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I don't know if...
Well, let's take a look. We have to remember the 6 of coins comes, which just basically means solutions rendered to whatever the problem is. There's solutions, and you did not have cards that would lead to severe.
Same thing just came up again.
Which one is
the Judgment reverse?
Oh. And that's the Judgment reverse is, still things coming to the surface. That would be him, the Knight of Coins. And then it ends with the six of coins again. And, so again, Judgment reversed also means sometimes, with Judgment reversed, it means either things have not come fully to the surface or this is a wrong situation. This is a situation that's not a judgment on him or a bad thing in the sense of, some people go through things, right? And there's no solutions and there's no, it's, difficult in that way. With these cards that are over here, you have the King of Swords, you have your son's card and the 6 of Coins. The King of Swords is probably a support person. That a sword could be a doctor, could be somebody that's using their abilities to turn a struggle into a victory. And his card also means that there's a recovering there's a, these are not bad cards, even though the words sound bad and the challenges sound bad. But let me pull 2 more on his heart. Let me look at the heart, because this is another area. The heart, there's rhythmic, there is something that's causing some changes in the heart, but because the Lover's card would symbolize the heart, right? And it's reversed. And the Queen of Wands is reversed, which is, that could be anything from rhythmic things going on or things out of balance or things not aligned properly. But then we get to the Empress card, which is a healing, which is again, Empress 6 of Coins is solutions to be rendered. For whatever the problem will be. What are those solutions? It could be surgery, it could be medication, it could be numerous different modalities, but these are cards that are addressing the problem.
Yes,
these are
they're suggesting healing, and healing is in the works. So that's really positive, Cheryl. So have faith.
Have faith, and also go back to that 2. Now that 2 of Swords makes sense, and the 6 of Swords with the Moon card, which is the mind. So it's really, really important. Back to those other cards. Now it makes more sense of why the mind is, extremely important in maintaining thoughts to produce. Like your cells are sometimes when your mind's worried and thinking all the negative attributes, it can charge in frequencies in your body to produce flare-ups and things and inflammations. So, he's got a strong mind, and it's important that he just say to himself, I am healed. I am going to be healed, and I am healed. And proclaim that and not go
Right,
the other
all day
route.
long. Just keep the mantra all day long.
I am
healthy,
healed. I am healthy.
well.
Solutions are made available. They are here today.
All right, Cheryl. Thank you. I'm glad that you added that comment so that we could help a little bit further. You ready for our next person?
Yeah.
I just want to say hi, Krista. Hi, Eve. Elizabeth is wanting to check in with her guides.
Very good. I don't mean to laugh, but that was funny when we were trying to figure out the YouTube.
What, last week?
No, this week, trying to get it on the, boy, oh boy, huh?
I know. Silly us.
Can read cards, but can't do YouTube.
So this is Elizabeth just checking in with her guides. And I'll show you what we've got here. So we have the Knight of Coins reversed, Judgment, High Priestess, Ten of Cups reversed, into the Four of Coins.
Interesting. This is positive in a lot of regards, and there's some side stuff too. So I'll start with this. There's I don't know who the knight is. If that would be a brother or a sibling or a friend, I'm not sure. But with Judgment up right next to them, next to the High Priestess, means there could be some news coming about where you might. And it has to do something with family because the Ten of Cups is there too, reversed, which is some kind of information about family. But it's going to pull on her wisdom. And the guides basically are expressing that she's going through a spiritual catapult, like a spiritual awakening that's ongoing. And that the High Priestess is defining her leadership abilities and roles, which will reflect it because, again, in family, there's like news or information coming. It's not bad. It's just you're going to see that your priestess is starting to come out because now you're going to be attracting maybe somebody looking up to you for advice or somebody needing help. Now, the Four of Coins is just a card also that's being suggested by your guides to remain conservative with your output, even with your help. Even with your resources. It's a kind of card where it says, pull the energy in. By doing that, it's expanding the third eye and the crown. If we're putting a lot of energy out, we're going to miss a message or a sign or a symbol. This is about spiritual growth.
Yeah, it looks really great.
Yeah.
Self-empowerment. You're rising to a role. It's like you're elevating, Elizabeth, right now. You're going through a phase, which is pretty cool.
It's very cool. And it's ultimately a teacher role. Her priestess role is helping and facilitating and teaching and loving, but with discretion. The priestess doesn't just give away to everybody.
Right. Well, that's true wisdom.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Being conservative unless you're really needed in a situation.
So true.
All right. Our next person is Kara. Hi, Kara. Kara is looking for an apartment.
Okay.
For her family.
Wow. Well, I wish you luck. I hope this comes out.
Yeah.
Comes out right.
There you go.
All right, let's see what we got here. So, I mean, what do we got here? We got
King of Swords reversed, the Eight of Swords reversed, Queen of Coins reversed, Death card reversed, ends with the Three of Coins.
Great, we'll take it. You know, it's so the family, the King of Swords, her card, you know, they're upside down, which is, again, as you walk, sometimes we don't see what we're looking for. But you have the Eight of Swords reversed, which is wonderful because you are moving forward. and things are going to start to move, but it's in an acceptable manner because the death card's reversed into the 3 of coins, which is great because that's not just one move or one opportunity. What that means here is the death card is reversed and it's a slow movement that allows for 3 things to come on your radar. 2 out of 3 aren't bad, so one of them you probably won't want, but the other 2 might have a benefit in the area that you're in or a benefit some other way.
So they've been searching for the past 7 months. So does this give an indication of how soon that might happen?
Yeah, it's a 3, which is probably within 90 days from today. I know they've been, and it makes sense the 7 months because the death card's reversed, which just has not been a fast move, but there's a reason for it. And the 3 could mean, I mean, if it's grace and luck, I mean, heck, we might have 3 weeks. But I'm going to say this, from 3 weeks to 3 months is your signature. This springtime, I think you're going to find some couple opportunities to pop up that are really aligned for you.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Maybe tell everybody, check back in and let us know.
Yeah,
how
let us know. Yeah.
Just want to say hi, Coco. Hi, Sweet Fairy, and hi, Kira. It's nice to have you joining us. So, hi, Lisa. I'm sorry things have been so hard right now. So, Lisa has been, moving.
Going through it.
Yeah, the East Coast. She's going out to Arizona.
Okay.
They're on the road still. Didn't expect to be. She's exhausted, frustrated, overwhelmed, and really needing hope and strength.
Let's take a good look.
Because I think she's also been struggling with her own energy too, simultaneous with this move. It's just been a long difficult process for them.
The more challenges and kinks that come about on the back end of it will actually be good. It's like sometimes there's these serendipity type situations that are not positive, and sometimes it creates like kinks on your travel. But sometimes if we have deficiencies and frequencies that come up like that, it actually works itself out so that when you get to where you're going, it becomes very smooth. So what I'm sensing is that she's had a couple of unexpected circumstances that cause a lot of frustration and delay. But on the back end of it, it's because
it's almost like it makes it up.
It makes it up. It's like if I wasn't delayed here and then I would have arrived here prior to that opportunity there. So let me try to understand this. And again, it's all going to work out, but these are tough because again, this is just confirming what we're talking about.
Yeah. Ace of Cups reversed, the Wheel reversed, 4 of Cups reversed, which isn't always a bad thing, right?
Right.
Because we have the Sun card.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. And the 5 of Cups is how you're feeling. Is that low, sad, depressed? Is it going to turn around for me ever? That's how that feels.
It's that daggone Wheel of Fortune too. The Wheel of Fortune is a tricky card, right? It's either when it comes up reversed, sometimes things pop up. That's that serendipity stuff we just talked about. The Ace of Cups is reversed, which feels like the door has been closed. But you have the 4 of Cups reversed, which is catching the blessing in the break. And you have the Sun card, which is that, that God is with you card, which means I expect things to start to turn around and for positive reinforcement to move you forward. And what this is saying is she does need some inspiration, right?
Yeah, she's feeling hopeless.
The 5 is pretty tough. Yeah. Those are tough cards, but they're good cards. They're tough cards because if you look
she's
at
in the thick of it.
She's in the thick of it.
That's how she's feeling right now.
But that's the grace.
This is the grace. It's the solution. It's when you arrive, and it's going to be like, finally. It will happen. It will come.
Yeah, it will. And when you're moving toward the Sun card is blessings that await you. There's always prices that are paid prior to something wonderful. So all these things that have come up are challenging and difficult, but it's going to lead to something wonderful. We'll be thinking about you.
We love you. We support you, and Yeah, just stay close. And stay close to source too. Just know that you're guided, know that you're loved, know that you're supported.
Yeah.
Truly.
The sun is with you. Doesn't mean you see it because those cards are tough.
Yeah.
But the sun is there, which trumps all problems that you're going through. There will be an answer, and it's to get you to where you're going. It will work out. It will work out.
Maybe it's a lesson in faith.
With cards like that, it's always a lesson in faith.
Yeah.
And surrender and relying on doing your best in the third dimension, and whatever, it's like that song, whatever you I forget the song or what it says, but whatever you let fate figure out the rest, right?
Yes, absolutely. I'm kind of spacing myself.
Well, where are we in time?
Well, we have Eve, Coco, Sweet Fairy, and Kira.
Oh my goodness! All right.
Are you ready?
Well, I mean, we're ready because they're ready.
All right.
Yeah.
So hi, Eve. I think you must be joining us for the first time, I'm guessing. So she just bumped into a person from her past today and is wondering why they acted the way they did. So I'm guessing this person must have hurt her, and she's just looking for some insight or clarity.
All right, Eve. Hi. So, she bumped into somebody, and the response wasn't good, or
I don't know if it's how they behaved today, or if it was from the past they behaved a certain way. I'm not sure, but she's just looking. She wants to know why they acted the way they do. People are weird.
They can be.
Everybody's got their own perception of a situation, and it's kind of wild. Something that popped out, and I put it back in, and I should have just pulled it out, but these cards are wonderful. We've got the Ace of Cups, hope and inspiration, love, justice reversed, the Four of Coins. We've got the Sun card again. Got the Sun with us today in every reading, pretty much. And then the Knight of Wands.
So I know. Did she just say, "Here's Eve"? What did she say? I can't. Even with these glasses, I can't.
We didn't end things so amicably in the past, and it's been 3 years. She just thought he would have been nice. I'm sorry. That's a bummer. You would think that he would be nice after all that time.
Well, but we do have that justice reverse, right? So the Ace of Cups. So look, let's not get caught up on how he treated you, because there's cards that talk about what he really feels.
He's not showing.
Right.
When we were talking about it, this popped out as I was shuffling. I put it back in, and then it came out again in your reading. So that's love. There might be some feelings there that he's really not showing and doesn't want you to see.
And I think she's saying he was shocked, right?
Yeah.
So look, the justice reverse would highlight them not ending things
amicably,
even. Right? And justice has two scales. So perceptions could be off.
Yes.
So maybe his perception was harboring a certain, maybe it was shock, and maybe things didn't end well, as you said. But let's look at the rest of these cards. You have the Sun card. You have, maybe that's usually somebody that still has love, but they were either hurt or their perception was something wasn't right. So the visit was not, coincidence. It was the universe putting it together to understand the lesson, to actually flip the justice card around. And so inside, when you have the Sun card and you have these other cards, this should have been amicable. This should have been, I hate should have, but the cards are aligned for at the third year to reconnect, to move things forward in a positive way. It doesn't mean you have to be together or any of that, but there's positive cards here. So, I think that he was shocked. I think he's
not showing his true feelings.
No,
that's for sure.
Definitely. Don't look at the way he acted. I'm sure he feels kind of dumb or regretful of that.
Sometimes people act the opposite of how they really feel inside, just to protect their own heart. Maybe he was more hurt than you could have believed.
I think that's what it was, because the justice card, sometimes we have cards of love like that, but when justice is reversed.
That and the Four of Coins, which is kind of holding things close to the vest.
Yeah, yeah.
That kind of seems obvious now in this reading.
It is, and I'm sure.
Maybe not what you expected.
Definitely not. With cards like that, it's like if those were my cards and I had that justice reverse and something ended, and I would feel inside, but I would still love the person, but I would feel inside like, oh, I would harbor something so that part isn't healed in them yet. But if we take away that, I think he did whatever he did, but like you had said, the underlying cards, he's not revealing his true feelings.
So I wonder if there'll be another opportunity for you guys to get together and talk it all. I hope so, because it seems like there's something special there, something, metaphysically there.
And we don't want to miss out on, he's foolish to, I don't know why he played his hand that way,
Immaturity.
Maybe, because
who knows?
Who knows?
But I'm sure you'll get some insight from that reading, Eve. I hope so. Anyway, it was great to meet you. I'm glad you joined us. Keep us posted. We'd love to find out. So Coco is next. Hi, Coco. I think I'm reading it right. Coco Jane. Yes, so she's looking for a love reading.
Okay.
And has been single for a long time.
Okay.
And hoping that there's love in her future.
All right.
All right.
Coco?
Yes.
All right.
There you go.
Let's see. Okay, so there's the future and then there's the past here. Something. I might need one or two other cards because I want to understand this a little bit more. Okay, there we go.
Okay, let me show you what we got here. 3 of Wands, Judgment. 7 of Wands, King of Wands, 8 of Cups. It's almost like she's already had a breakup.
Yeah, that's where I was.
This is what it looks like. But you've been single for a long time.
Right.
So then we pulled 9 of Wands, 5 of Swords, and it ends with the Lover's card. So what is there to say about that reading?
Well, there's quite a bit. So this reveals the timeline. This also reveals the past, very painful. So I can see why she's been taking such time to get to where she is now. And it starts with this 3 of Wands, right? That's you. That means you've kind of brought your ship as far as you.
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know what just happened. Sorry. This is you getting to a place in time where it's a 3, which means over the season of 3 months, this season coming up, you're going to start to see a change in the vibration. Not in the first month, maybe in the second, but by the third, by the end of the spring, going into the summer, you start to feel your more attraction energy coming toward you. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say here.
So you want to, I see this 8 of Cups as walking away from the feelings of lack, the feeling of, oh, I've been single so long, and just to kind of open yourself up. It's just like Jason said, it's a different frequency.
Total different frequency. And with this Lover's card, we don't know. See, that just means that the universe has somebody picked out for you that you have karma with, that is like equivalent to a soulmate or a partner where you've had past lives, and it just connects. But what it says is with the Lovers is that a lot of this is circumstantial and timing, which means you don't even have to put a lot of, say, effort. I mean, do your part after the 3rd month, but observe how you feel. because you're going to attract it to you. And it doesn't give us a person card. I mean, it does say that, put it this way, the past relationship, if you could take the good parts of the past person and leave the bad behind, that's going to be the type of person that you end up of somebody of the past, but not the negative attribute. Not that's a physical thing of how they look or how their personality is, but it's gaining the Lover's card, which is all the bad that had happened and the disappointment and the pain is now made right with another person, but it's the positive.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And in that time, you've grown as a person too, so you'll be attracting the right one for you. You know, sometimes the waiting is a good thing.
Is a great thing, right? You're almost done. End of spring.
Excellent. All right. So we have Sweet Fairy next.
Hi, Sweet Fairy.
Have it, I'm reading it right. So she's recently gone through a change at work and is like moved to a different sector, like a different department, wondering if it's going to be a positive change.
Let's hope so. So it's like a lateral move I'm hearing, like a different department. Yes. Okay. So let's see. Sometimes that's all that's required is it changes the vibration. Interesting. So she's wanting to know right off the rip, is the move positive for her?
Yes.
Okay.
Gonna be busy. 8 of coins. 4 of swords reversed. King of wands reversed. 4 of cups reversed. And 8 of cups.
Interesting. So it's 2 8s, but this is temporary. So this leveraging move is good because you have the 8 of coins, which is very productive. Has a time signature of an 8, weeks or months, but in this case, probably months. You know, it's positive. You're going to be very busy and productive. But there's also a couple of cards here that there's a King of Wands, and I don't know who that is on the floor or in this department or in this area. But you're going to find that long-term, there's going to be another, you know what? I'm going to need another card because I don't know if this is somebody leaving or if it's what I thought it was. Okay. So what it is the move is good, it's productive, it serves you for a period of time, but you're going to find that there's one person there, one person or an individual that long-term just isn't a good fit long-term. So then you get to the 8 of cups, which means you move another move, which is even better than this one. So this is, enjoy it while it is, but you'll identify what I'm talking about and you'll catch on in a period of time that another move will be, so it's kind of transitional.
It's a temporary.
It's a temporary move, but could have some time signature to it. You know, it's not like you're going to be in and out of the building. You'll be there for a while, and you'll get the good out of it. And then when you slowly identify what like you don't like that person or be around that person or whatever that is, then another situation will be created for you that's even a better move. So it's productive, it's positive, but it's not like you're going to be in that vein for another 10 years or you're not going to move again. Okay. I hope that makes sense. It's a little...
It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me. So we have 2 more questions. We've got Kira and Jess.
Hi, Kira.
And Kira is looking for love. Is love in the cards for me?
All right. Kira wants love. Let's take a look.
Yeah. Okie dokie.
I don't think we can see questions.
Oh, I can fix that. Don't you worry about a thing.
Because this is trying to sell us something.
You know when things pop up on your screen?
Stuff that I would never...
See? Oops. There.
Oh, right. Oh,
magic.
You're good at that.
It's magic.
Okay. Wait. Before we look at this,
So she said a coworker gossiped to work in the department I previously worked in. It feels better for me too.
Okay, and that's good to know too, because I'm trying to figure out who's that person that's, and maybe it's hinting around to that there was a reason for moving forward. But even with that said, it's going to feel better, but there'll probably be another move after this one. Mm-hmm. Now, this is Kira. She's looking for love.
Kira wondering if is love in the cards for me.
Okay. Well, let's take a look here.
So we have the Two of Coins, Justice reversed, Ace of Cups reversed, Queen of Swords, which is you, I think, and then the Six of Wands.
So let's try to understand this. So the first thing is the last card is what's important, which is the victory card, which means there is love in your cards, right? And it's a victory. But let's look at the cards prior to that, because this has to do with timing, and it also has to do with, I would suggest with these cards that you don't look for love right now. I would suggest with these cards, because the Two of Coins is a 50-50, which means if you go out there, it's 50-50 that the person might be perfect for you, or they just might not. And because when you have the Justice reverse with the Ace of Cups reverse, it's probably not best right now to cast a line. Now, the Queen of Swords is misunderstood, and she feels lonely, and she feels like, I want a partner. Mm-hmm. And the Six says you will have that, and there will be your victory. But the Six projects a timeline, right? Which means over the spring and the summer, look at the 6-month window, you end up at the 6th month having the victory. But over that window of time, it's like the odds are, if this was a gambling hand, I'd be like, I'm not going to bet on that. I'm just going to let time go by. And then I'm going to go into the casino in about 5 months, and everything's going to come my way. But if I try it next month, and I try it the month after, the odds aren't in my favor.
The odds that she would dud.
That she would meet somebody that's just going to cause more hurting her heart or problems. So we want the storm to go by. This has to do with time, and it's lonely, but the outcome is the victory. You get the victory. You get what you're looking for, but let time go by. Don't be in a rush. Let this be this spring and summer about you, preparing your mind, preparing your body, preparing yourself for the right relationship. And don't take whatever comes down the road in the first, especially in the spring. It's like, let me hold back.
That is such good information to have.
I hope I don't get in trouble for that, because I'm giving her the map on how to.
No, but that's what she's asking for. But the thing is, if you said, "Oh, why not take a chance," and then you get your heart broken, or you end up in an ugly situation, right?
Yeah.
So why not just avoid it and do something else with your time?
That's right.
Focus on other aspects of your world, and then love will happen.
And think of it like this: your angels are helping you with drawing the right person. So if you reach, there's that old saying, don't go faster than your angels can fly. If you reach into the pot, you're going to pull back something that's like, my angel's like, well, that wasn't for you. It's not the right time. Give me more time to work on something so that it works out, is what it's basically saying.
Yep, sure is. All right, Jess, you're next. Jess wants to move to Australia to study abroad, and she just wants to know if if it will happen for her. Let me just read the question to make sure. Will I be able to move to Australia to work and study? There have been many obstacles in the way, but she really wants to do it. All right.
All right. Well, right away, it's
the card that that Kira's reading ended with is starting with yours.
Yeah. Which is very positive, very, 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 and it's work related. Now, was the question
work and study? Yes.
Work and study. So the 6 is supportive of your direction. Let's see here. Well, we're going to have to pull some more now. And now, my question with cards like
Six of Swords
this.
is there.
Oh, I didn't see that.
So
Oh,
that's the travel.
perfect.
Okay, so I showed you the Six of Wands into the King of Cups, Nine of Coins reversed. Then we have the Six of Swords, which is a travel card. But then the Ace of Wands is reversed. Do you still need a couple more cards?
No,
Because
not
it's a
necessarily.
little up and down.
It is up and down, and this is a kind of thing where you're worth in it. Like, you have to think, nothing's ever 100% positive, right? For every positive, there's going to be a counter thing. So in this case, the six says, yeah, your direction's good. And the King of Cups is someone on the other side or in that country or land that is going to welcome you, right, for these type of things. But then we have the Nine of Coins reverse, which is the financial part, right? So sometimes you're not getting the money that you might want, or sometimes, you know, the job's great, the location's awesome, and the hours are great, but it doesn't pay me what I want. So there's a compromise, if you will, on some level, with the Nine of Coins as a comfort piece, right? I don't know what that is yet, but usually it's money. And then you got the Six of Swords, which is the travel. So yeah, that direction's good. That opportunity will be there. But then the Ace of Wands reverses, which is again a kind of a delay for the door to open for the work. What it either means is the study opens up and the work doesn't, or the work opens up and the study. There's a give and take with this. But at the end of the day, you have the Six of Wands, which is a victory. So if you really, truly want to be there, and you really truly want to go, there will be a way made for you, because I believe you're meant to have a victory by accomplishing these goals. But there's just a give and take with this. There's a little bit of delay, there's a little bit of frustration, there's a little bit of money stuff. But with a hand like that, if I'm gambling on this hand, I'm going to probably take a shot at it. I'm going to take a bet on that hand. I'm going to say, you know what? It might not pay off the way I exactly want it to, but you know what? It's forward motion. I'm betting on that. So
it's a good opportunity.
It's a good opportunity.
All right. She said, spot on. Money has been the issue. Yep. Isn't that the case?
That's the case. But you know what? Like I said, sometimes
you can
make it happen, and you have to sacrifice to gain. It's like, okay, the money isn't what I want it to be. The opportunity isn't exactly transparent. But you know what? I'm going to check it out, because I got the victory card, which says I make it work. You know, it's like it pays off in another way. The rent might be lower, but the money's not there. Or it's checks and balances.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
That's right.
Right? That's what I believe.
That's it.
All right. So I think that's it for questions today, and we've run out of time anyway, but thank you guys for joining us. I know that it might go a little smoother on Facebook, but we're still getting used to YouTube, and we're happy to be here on another platform. So hopefully we'll be back in a week from now doing the same thing. And
if you've gotten a reading, hit the like button.
Oh, yes.
Definitely subscribe to us.
Subscribe, hit like.
And there's like a little notification thing, so when we do lives, they'll be notified.
Yeah.
But yeah, hit the like button for us, because it keeps track of.
Yeah. You understand YouTube a little more than I do.
A little more, but I still don't know how to work it.
We'll figure it out one of these days, months, or years.
Hope you've all had fun.
All right, everybody, have a great day. Enjoy this waxing Cancer moon. Great energy. All right, take care.